Hello and welcome to another Best of 7. I am Spartan64 and I will be your caster for the next 7 games, hopefully. Well, here we go. This, in the left side, bottom left, is Tobatyler, a bronze player who's actually a Platinum 3-on-3. Not entirely sure how that happened. And his opponent will be hennanc, who is in the direct bottom base, I guess, and he is going to be Green Terran. So we're going to have a TVT here, and we'll see how this one goes. Looks like Tobatyler throwing down the supply depot just a little bit before hennanc will be, and hennanc is choosing not to wall off his base. Looks like we're going to have the very close spawns here, so drops could be a very important factor in this matchup. I'm curious to see what these two teams will be going for, whether it'll be some ridiculous cheese plays or if we're going to see some standard stuff. I know hennanc likes to turtle up in his base a little bit and focus on his Marine Marauder siege tank build. And Tobatyler kind of likes to do some ridiculous tactics. So I'm curious to see what's going to go down. Looks like we got the barracks that are basically at the same time. Oh, hennanc is throwing down 2 right off the hop, which is pretty normal for him. That's something that we see almost every game out of him. Hennanc going out and scouting for once. If you watched our first Best of 7 with hennanc versus Snake, hennanc never ever left his base for any of the matches that he was in. He always stayed in there. He didn't go out. He didn't find where his opponent was or even what they were doing. There was actually one match where Snake put photon cannons directly outside of his ramp, and he didn't realize this until the 15-minute mark. So I guess he's taken a lesson from that and is going to see if he can find out where Tobatyler's hiding. But he'll probably scout all the bases except for the one that his opponent is actually in. That's alright. At least he's scouting. Tobatyler getting the command, or the orbital command, relatively early. Not a bad plan. Get those mules starting to supplement your economy right away is always an excellent thing to do. Seeing hennanc just pumping out Marines, throwing down a tech lab, so might see some Marauders thrown into the mix here right away. Oh, Tobatyler is going and scouting too, and he's going straight for the cross spawn. So I don't know if he'll double back and look at the base up over here, or if he'll actually now go down to the base where hennanc is actually at. Hennanc's getting the concussive shells upgrade, which means obviously he's going to be getting some Marauders off this. Oh, and what do we got here? The factory down for Tobatyler. Getting some Hellions. We might see some early Hellion harass. Always lethal if your opponent hasn't walled off, so this could be interesting. hennanc has his SCV out over here, now knows exactly where his opponent is. Tobatyler switching out his barracks with the factory so that he can pump out 2 Hellions at a time. So we'll see if he gets 3 of them and moves out, or if he tries to mass them up a bit more to do some more damage. Tobatyler, I don't think, has found out where his opponent is. I'm gonna see. No, yeah, he has no idea where he is. So he's scouted all the wrong bases, but now he knows exactly where it is, because there's only one place left that he hasn't looked. Got his first Hellion out, and 2 more, so he's getting 4 of them. Hopefully that's not going to be waiting too long, because he's going to have to run right past this to try and get at that mineral line. hennanc is getting the stim pack for his Marines, continuing to pump off the 2 barracks here. Neither player has expanded, and I'm curious to see if that will even happen, if these Hellions will make quick work of. Oh, hennanc is moving out. He's going to see if he can catch his opponent off guard. This could be devastating. Those Hellions will. Yeah, that's a little bit of micro there. That Marauder's doing some serious damage. But I think, yeah, hennanc is going to be losing this battle. That Marauder just still going to town. He might even get another kill here. Hellion's basically doing no damage to him. See, the resources lost. So clearly, hennanc C is now behind. But I'm curious if Tobatyler will be moving out now after that little engagement. Wouldn't be too surprised. But hennanc C now knows that there's Hellions on the field, and that Hellion harass is a very possible threat. So he's throwing down a bunker for some defense and getting a couple more Marauders, which I think is the correct choice. He's going to really want to focus those things down before they get in there and start messing up with the SCVs. He still has this SCV over here. I don't know if he's planning on putting down a bunker there at some point or what, but I have to keep an eye out on that. Looks like Tobatyler's moving out with his Hellions. Going to wait up for the rest of his army. The supply is heavily favoring Tobatyler right now, but I don't know if running through hennan's defense is going to be a good call. Throwing down another bunker here, so if that finishes up and he fills it up with some Marauders and Marines, then I don't know if that was a smart choice. I don't know if he's thinking he's going to try and move out again, or just filling it straight up with Marines. And here comes Tobatyler, and he's not going to be doing anything. Continuing to run in there. That's going to even up the supplies lost. What is he doing? He's going to just... Now the supply is not heavily, sorry, but hennanc C is now ahead in the supply, and after this little engagement he'll be even farther ahead. Look at this. Tobatyler has now lost 3 times as much resources as hennanc C. That's not going to be looking too good. Tobatyler is throwing down a starport with 2 starports now, one with a tech lab, so I'm wondering if he'll be throwing out some banshees, sorry. That might not be a bad idea, but he really needs to get some defense, because I don't think what he's got is going to be able to hold against hennan's army here. Yeah, he's moving back inside his base. Hennanc should really go up the ramp and start pressing that advantage. Here he goes. Breaking down the supply depot, he's going to start moving in. Stimming in there. Tobatyler just doesn't have the amount of units that he needs to stave off this attack. Going straight for the he's going straight for the command center. Tobatyler's lifting it off. That's not a good sign. He's going to lose a lot of his SCVs and all these production buildings. He's probably going to have to lift them up and out of there. Looks like Tobatyler is going to in fact lose this first game. He is getting a Banshee out, but he's focusing down the tech lab. He should really just be working on the starport so that Banshee doesn't get out. Still throwing out some units, trying to do something, but look, yeah, he's still pumping out units on the back of this, so he'll have reinforcements if this does in fact get taken out. Tobatyler is down to 16 supply, but the Banshee will be out and might actually be able to take out these units. I don't know. It'll be close. All these Marines have been injured. A little bit of micro here, but it looks like he's going to in fact lose that. Oh, there it goes. I don't think there's a chance at all for Tobatyler to come back after this losing pretty much everything. He did save a few of his SCVs, so we will be able to start getting some more income, but hennanc has a lot of minerals saved up, so he can just continue to pump out units off his 3 racks here. And he's even expanding. And, wow, I'm guessing that's his sign of defeat, because he knows that he won't be able to come back from this. I can't see him anyway. There should be no way that he can. hennanc is... I'm not sure what he's doing. He should be really pressing his advantage right now. Just finishing off all these production buildings, but I don't know. See what'll happen. And here comes... There's the GG. hennanc has won the first game of this best of 7. Thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in next time.